Can programming help students learn science and math? And here's kind of a summary of this particular section, which I do highly recommend reading. This is the summary at the very end on page 21. Quote, "The fact that programming instruction can be aligned to, reinforce, or introduce mathematical and scientific ideas does not imply that all programming instruction will provide this benefit. Instead, it is reasonable to assume that there are opportunities for negative transfer from programming to math, and that programming instruction may displace important math and science content. The intuition that programming could help students learn science and math is likely based upon the argument that programming inherently requires students to use a type of logical reasoning present in mathematics and science. However, this argument suffers from the same lack of evidence seen in the appeal to programming as an opportunity to learn to think logically." End quote. So the second sentence in particular really stood out to me as something that we should consider. Anytime you are going to integrate one subject into another, you're going to need to spend time learning both subject areas. And if that integration occurs in only one of those classes, that will take away time from learning that particular subject. So for example, if we're going to integrate computer science into an ELA class, and if students have never done computer science before, like they've never programmed before, you're going to need to take away ELA time to teach them some basics about programming. Yes, you can do it in a way that situates it in meaningful ways that teaches both computer science and ELA at the same time, but you're still going to have to spend some time developing skills and understandings and practices and concepts relevant to computer science to integrate it in a meaningful way, in my opinion. However, one way that I think that you might be able to prevent this is if it's a collaboration between a computer science educator in class and a ELA educator in class, where you can then learn computer science concepts in the computer science class and ELA concepts in the ELA class, and then collaborate together to create a joint project that combines the two. Doing something like that would mean that you would still spend the amount of time working on computer science in the computer science class and ELA in the ELA class, but then you're just merging the concepts and practices together into a project for both classes. To try and do all of that in one class would inherently take away some time from it. So for example, if you're going to do one project that merged ELA with computer science, it might take you the same amount of time to do two projects with just ELA and not worrying about integrating with CS. This excerpt of the CSK8 podcast is from episode number 118, which is titled Good and Bad Reasons to Teach All Students Computer Science.